What up, what up, what up? Thanks for tapping in. I'm back. One. All right, more jobs to print. Orders to go. You just tapping in. Let me know where you're tapping in from. What's your city and state? How's your day going? How's the weather? Tell me something. All right, these look good. These look good. All right, so we're just gonna cut up some transfers right now. This might be kind of killing me. You guys see me a little better here now? Is that a little better? All right, so we're just gonna cut up some transfers. We got about probably about 40 hoodies to do. So we're gonna get these knocked out real quick and move on. Get ready for the next order. We got an order of 200 pieces coming in this week. It's 100 long sleeve t-shirts, 100 hoodies. So we gotta keep pumping away. Plus, and that's not to mention the smaller orders in between. Little 50 and 30 piece orders that we got going. I gotta get out this week. So again, if this is your first time to the channel, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, share, like-minded people like yourself. And we're gonna get these knocked out real quick, cut up, and we're gonna start pressing away. Sumper, what's going on? Tapping in. Thanks for joining. How's your day going? Let me know where you're tapping in from. Let me know where you're joining us from today. Appreciate you guys taking time out to hang out with me for a few minutes as I get these orders processed and try to get them out the door as quickly as they come in. As you see it, I am a one-man band, but believe it or not, I still managed to knock out orders efficiently and quicker than a lot of bigger companies. I do ship all over the United States, and if you pay the shipping, I'll ship to your country. I do not discriminate or put any limits on where I will ship your order, and you need it done, I'm your guy. Orange TNT, what's going on? Thanks for tapping. Let me know where you're joining today. What's your city and state? How's your day going? All right, let's get these. Let's get the cutter over here. Chopped up. I shouldn't have talking about. Do I have mods? Mods? What kind of mods? What do you mean? What do you mean? Samantha, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. No, I don't have mods now. Oh, you mean moderators? No, not at the moment. I usually don't have, like rude subscribe. Occasionally you get those weirdos, but for the most part, my audience has been, they've always been of respectful audience. So, hey, how you doing? Actually, I'm working merch. Well, not youth merch, but merch for a youth football team. So, Team Spirit Wear. This is what it's gonna say on the hoodies. I'm pressing these onto the hoodies. So we have maybe about 40 or 50 hoodies gotta get done. We're gonna see if I can get through. We have practice tonight at 6 o'clock. So I'm gonna try to fly through these as quickly as possible, and hopefully I can get these done. I already delivered their t-shirts. So now we're just waiting. We're just waiting. And that is change. And hoodie season is quickly rising on us. Is it funny? I love what I do. At there time I don't feel like doing it, just like anything else in life. Even the most fun things. Yeah, those times come about, but for the most part, I love what I do. I get to meet great people at work, with a lot of owners, big business owners, small business owners, and I get to be able to my business out there as far as I do, and I've been blessed for word of mouth, you know. So I don't do much marketing, advertising. I just let my work self, you know. Those that like it, they return. That don't, they don't. But not many customers that I had that haven't returned or repeat orders. So I think that's a good thing. And I base my success on is my good customer service, quality work, and fast turnaround times. As I said before, we have order that's just waiting for an invoice to be paid on that, and those started. We also have another 50-piece order that has to go up by Friday. Shirts just arrived today. I'm going to be getting those started possibly tomorrow, hopefully. And hoodie season, like I said, a lot of my customers that were just a month or two ago hitting me up for t-shirts will soon be hitting us up for hoodies and beanies, jackets and stuff. Like I always tell you guys, it's a great business, great side hustle to get into. It started out as a side hustle for me, and now it's my number one source of income. And I must say, I do not to toot my horn, but I do very well at this point. However, I have been doing this about 10 years now, so success is not overnight. You definitely have to build up your business. Okay, line yourself up with positive-minded people. and keep your eye on the prize. You're gonna have failures, you're gonna have letdowns, but you gotta keep pushing forward. There's been many times that I've ran into complications over the years. Either customers, it could be customers, it could be something just in your own workspace with employees, business partners, whatever you want to call them. Things happen, but you gotta learn and keep pushing forward. So, with that being said, these are all cut up. Let's get this garbage out the way. We just start pressing up these. All right. Hoodie number one going up. The best thing to do also is like just prep. You know, prep is very important. And that way, once you get going, you start to just flow. And once you find your flow, you'll find that doing this becomes a lot easier, a lot smoother. But again, if you guys, it's your first time tapping into the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Greatly appreciated. It helps the algorithm, which allows me to continue to for you guys. I mean, nothing beats getting some blanks, ordering up, creating a design, ordering up some transfers, pressing them on, and making good money by doing it. We'll overthink things instead of just do it and make excuses instead of results. Show results. All right. And that fast, I just made 20 bucks. All right. So let's look at it. Only reason I'm going to go for $20. Number one, it's a front print only hoodie. Number two, it's a order. So I can afford to sell these at $20 a piece and still make profit over my 20% markup profit margin. Boom, 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 boom. Tammy, welcome to the channel. You do shirts as well. Let me know what city and state are you tapping in from today. And how long have you been doing shirts as well, printing shirts, custom apparel? Dallas, Texas. That's yet to visit. I gotta get out to Dallas. I hear so much things about Dallas. The food, everything is bigger in Texas. I hear the food, the cars. I'm a big car enthusiast, so I know I would get a joy out of the different southern cars and styles out there. That southern cooking, the barbecue. And I'm also guys phone on my tripod, and I'm still go live with you guys. I'm located in New York, in Long Island, New York. I'm originally from Brooklyn. I come from a Caribbean background, and I was born and raised in Brooklyn and migrated over the years to Long Island, New York. Now, guys, if this is your first time to the channel, make sure you follow me also on Instagram at Invested Customs. You that way you can see some of my work. You can see what I do on a day-to-day basis. I don't do just apparel. I do customization of storefronts, decals, banners, art decals, you name it. Anything custom, I'm your guy. Tammy, make sure you definitely follow me on both YouTube, being that this is your first time, also on Instagram. And let me see some of the stuff that you working on as well. How long have you been in the printing business? How long have you been working on it? I gotta get my TV monitor hooked back up so I can just read you guys' comments off of the screen. Since 2020. All right, little since pandemic hit. All right, I mean, yeah, that was the perfect time. That was, a lot of jobs was laying their employees off. A lot of people didn't know what was going to happen. It was, since I've been born, one of the most, I guess, horrific things that this country has went through. So it was a scary moment. It was a blessing, and what did they say? It was a gift and a curse for a lot of people. A lot of people began their own businesses. A lot of people, unfortunately, lost their jobs and didn't have a backup plan and found themselves in a terrible situation. Some people got sick to the point where they lost their life. So it was a critical time. It was definitely a time of havoc. There's nothing wrong with that. You love crafting, there's nothing wrong with that. I started out by trade. I'm a mechanic. I was working at, I believe, Nissan when I started my business. And the company was going under new management. And I said, you know what? I felt that things were going to shift in the dealership. I decided, let me try making my own apparel or printing my own apparel. Now, at the time, I was also part of I ran, I should say, not a part of, but I ran a car club in which I used to go, of course, and from a friend of mine who did the same thing that I'm doing today. And I saw what he was doing, the machines that he was doing, and it was simple. And after a while, wait a minute, I can do this. I went and bought a similar machine, a heat press, and I've been doing it ever since. So it went from, ordering 3 shirts to orders of today, 500 shirts, 1,000 shirts, schools, big accounts. It's rare now. It's the time flies and situations change, because nowadays I can't remember the last person that asked me for like one shirt, 1 or 2 shirts. All of the orders now are, like I said, at least 30 pieces or more. So definitely on this end, we're doing something right. And it's pleasing to me to know that the business is growing, has continued to grow over the years. Did I expect it to grow this quickly? No, not knowing anything about it. So, and to this day, I mean, again, 10 years and there's things that I'm still learning about it. All right, so You're always going to be learning, always going to be, discovering new things, trial and errors with different situations. But that's what makes you a better business owner. I do. I do my own prints. I have a machine. I have a DTF machine that I work off of. I have vinyl cutters. I have sublimation printers, heat press. So a little bit of everything. Yeah, rest in peace, Charlie. This country, this country is just so messed up. And I was talking about this about the whole Charlie Kirk situation. It's sad. I don't want to harp too much on it because it is a sad situation. And again, I was speaking on it the other day. But it's a shame that we live in a country where you're not even allowed to state your own opinion. Everybody's sensitive. You know, everybody's feelings get hurt so easily. So nowadays, you gotta definitely watch what you say, where you say it, who you say it to. I mean, it's crazy. Hilda, how are you? Thanks for tapping in. Yeah, sublimation is dope, and I have a lot of fun with sublimation. Whenever I do get a sublimation project, or every once in a while, I may just sublimate some stuff for my own self. Um, I just like that vibrancy, the colors, the way they pop, you know, with sublimation ink onto, polyester garment or mostly polyester garment. The only thing that makes me mad about polyester is about sublimation is it can only be used on mostly polyester garments. But besides that, I wish I know that there's been over the years people's tried to come up with ways to sublimate onto garments. I mean, I've tried pretty much every way possible. If there's a new way and you know about it, let me know. But dark colored garments, I just never had really good success with them. I've gotten them to print. Again, the color is just not as vibrant as doing it on a light color. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're just starting out with DTF, let me tell you something. Owning a DTF and I think I'm gonna have to do a video. I think I did one previous a back, but it to buy or not to buy a DTF printer because I don't think people understand the responsibility, the expenses, the headaches that come printer. God forbid your print head goes down on a DTF printer. Minimum you're looking at is anywhere from $1,200, $1,300 and up for a print head, a new print head. All right. Now that's not even including your normal ink. You gotta maintenance it at least 2, 3 times a day, and that machine has to be constantly running in order for you to. They're expensive to begin with, and that machine needs to be constantly. You have to be able to generate enough business where that machine is constantly running and producing money for you throughout. each and every day in order to make those payments on these printers. These printers they're ranging from $15,000 depending on how advanced and how technical they are. Yeah, it's not, if you have somebody that is tech savvy, you're running a big business, you're getting a lot of orders in every day, you have, um, clients left and right, and they're placing big, huge orders. They're ordering 500, 100, 1,000 shirts or hoodies or whatever the case is. And like I said, that machine's got to be going all the time. Honestly and truthfully, in my own opinion, I tend to feel that the machine gives you problems when you don't use it as much. It gives less problems the more you use it. I'm going to say again. When it comes to DTF printers, from my own experience, and again, this is just my opinion based on my experience, that the more you use it, the more efficient it will be. Because when you let it sit, you have your nozzles that get clogged, you have print heads that get clogged, and then once that happens, that's when the spending of the money begins. The cleanings, you know what I'm saying? You have to really manually flush out the whole machine. So now you're taking time to do that, which takes away time from production. So, like I said, when I have a chance, I have my guy come in. He runs my machine for me. Otherwise, I have it just running my prints. I set up all my prints. I print on certain days of the week, and that's all I do on those days. I don't press anything. That's all I'm doing. I'm just working on DTF prints for those days. I think I do usually do them. I try to set up my prints starting um, Sunday nights, and then on Wednesday I will be print. I usually print my between Sunday and Monday. I print my first batch, my prints that's going out for the beginning of the week, and then by Tuesday night, Wednesday, I'm printing my orders. All right, so just so those could be done by Friday or Saturday. So that's my schedule. That's how I do my time, along with everything else that I have going on with coaching and you know work and so forth, so on. But guys, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Yeah, absolutely. And even that's dangerous because if you got somebody just running it that's not really sure of what they're doing, you come back and it's a very touchy subject. It's a very delicate piece of machinery. It's an expensive piece of machinery, so can't really afford to have anybody, you know, thing. But yes, Tammy, I appreciate you following today. It was nice talking with you guys as well. I'm gonna hop off of here. Appreciate again you guys tapping in with me, spending a little time as I get through these orders, these hoodies, and make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and share with some of your like-minded friends that are just like us. All right, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. T-shirt signing off. Peace.